Hey, this is Funky Norn. I'm doing a Gangplank review. I have here those spells and the masteries you're gonna want. So when you first start out, you're going to buy a pair of brawler gloves with 2 health pots. And as Gangplank, I like to go mid, even though you can lane as well. For spells, like I said, you can use flash and exhaust or teleport and exhaust. It's just based on your preference. I like teleport better because you can leave, get your items, and then teleport right back and not lose any experience. As when you have flash, you have to run all the way back. The downside of having teleport is if you get caught in a fight, you may die because you can't flash out. You do have an E that speeds you up though, and you do have a W that gets rid of conditions. So the first skill you're going to get is your Q, which you're going to max out first. The second skill you're going to get is your W. So I'm versing Malzahar. What you want to do against any character in middle is you want to taunt them by using your Q and then running away. It deals a good amount of damage, and as you level up, it does a lot more. As you can see, I'm already putting his health down pretty low compared to me. If I am not taking a lot of damage, I do get my E first, but if I'm taking a lot of damage, I'll take my W first because it heals you. At level 3, you do get your W. Actually, no, you get your Q again, sorry. So, yeah. And then at level 4, you will get your W. If you can either max out your E second or your W. I max out the W because I don't get a life scepter right away. The E does help you do slightly more damage. As you can see though, I am pushing Malzahar pretty nicely, and he really can't do anything to me. As Gangplank, you want to make sure that you don't tower dive people really. Use your ultimate to kill people when they're low on health. So I just harass people. You want to farm as many minions as possible for cash. And as you can see, I almost killed Malzahar there, but instead of turret diving, I might let him get away. Because it's better just to get that experience than dying as well. As you lane mid or any other lane, you want to check top and bottom to see how your team is doing. Your ultimate can be used anywhere on the map from anywhere you are. So that means you could be standing at spawn and use it across the map. If you're playing mid, it's a good way to get fed if you're not doing so good. As you can see, Akali's almost dead, and I used my ult and finished her off. That's how you get fed real easy. It's a critical thing to be able to look around the map while you're fighting and kill people. Make sure though that when you look around the map and you're fighting someone at the same time, you don't spend too much time on them, because you'll die. As you start to lose health, use your pots, of course. I didn't have to use mine until around level 7 or something like that. Make sure that if you get suppressed or something by any character in mid that you use your W. It gets rid of any conditions, including Malzahar's ultimate, which suppresses you. As you can see, he's level 6 now, so I have to be a little more careful. I'm also low on mana, so I make sure not to use my Q as much in case he suppresses me, and so I have enough mana to use my W. Once again, my ultimate's up, and I look around. Don't forget to do that because that is very necessary for helping my team. Like right there, I used my ult. Or actually, no, I did not. I used my ult there and got that kill. You also want to try to avoid chaosing. I accidentally chaos Soraka there. You do need kills, but your team needs kills as well. And if you chaos them, you might be the only fed player, which could result in you guys losing if you do not know how to carry as Gangplank. As you can see, I'm still farming minions though, and taunting, or harassing Malzahar. Once you get low, I have enough to buy an Avarice and Ionian boots. So once you have enough to do that, I would be back and get those items and then teleport back. If your team needs help, you can also teleport the one of them and save your ultimate. If your ultimate's up, you can use it to defend mid while you're actually laning on bottom. So if someone's trying to push your middle lane, use your ultimate on the middle lane to stop them. That way you don't have to go back up. You can just keep pushing with your team. As you can see, I died there, but I also picked up the kill by dropping my ultimate. Then after, you can rush a Zeal. Yeah, I have a lot of attack speed and crit strike right now, but I don't have a lot of damage, so the next thing you want to do is rush your Infinity Edge, because it not only does it give you damage, but it also gives you extra crit damage, which is essential for Gangplank. If you play Gangplank, you rely on your Q a lot to do damage early game, and then rely on damage per second late game. But as you can see, I took about half his Malzahar's health in one shot. And once again, go back to the harassing and looking around on the map. If your team's doing fine, don't help them too much. Let them pick up their own kills. But if they need help, like, our bottom's doing fine, but our top, I ganked bottom, now they're ahead. So usually you want to gank top and help them out as well. Unless you can pick up more kills. I actually wasted my ult right there trying to pick that up, but it's okay. And as you can see, I almost died there because I did not have my W, but I managed to live because I healed myself. That's something you want to be careful with as well. When you're that low on health, make sure you use your W a lot. It heals for around 200 to 300 health if you max it second. As I said, I don't get a life scepter till after my Infinity Edge because I just use my W to heal. Then go back as Malzahar comes back. Like I said, be careful that you click back right away, that way you do not die. And if you can harass a lot like I do. And then once it's time to go, it's time to go. And you can see now, me and him are playing a little game, and I picked up an assist, and Wukong got a kill. And then we pick up the turret as well. Use your E to speed up your team. Oh, we did not pick up the turret. We almost did. Which is okay. We'll be able to pick it up when I come back, hopefully. Usually, you can either buy a BF sword first, or you can buy the cloak. Either or. The crit chance is really good in the beginning. Make sure you know, when you can push a turret, make sure you always push it if it's under half health and you know you can get it without dying. Right there, I used my ult on that group. Unfortunately, I tried to get that kill and I died, but it is okay. And I watch my team as I wait to come back alive. Wukong's protecting the turret. And you want to hustle back. You don't want to lose your mid turret. As you can see, my whole team's pushing, so I go to flank. And then we pick up a kill there. 1 for 1, which is always good. If one of your teammates dies, it's alright as long as you get the kill as well. And then I pick up a kill right there on Maokai. Like I said, your Q does a lot of damage. That's why you want to max it out first. And you can do like around 600, 700 damage crits at level 14 if you get fed right away. And then right there, you pick up another kill. Like I said, when Malzahar uses his ult, make sure you use your W and it counters it. As you see a Rammus, you want to run. Use your E to get away. And then I decide not to teleport, instead I come back. I ended up dying, being a little greedy. It's okay though, I had enough to buy a BF sword. And then as you can see, my teleport's almost back up, which is why it's always good to have one of those. And then I do buy my Infinity Edge as well because I had enough money. As my team pushes top, Gangplank is an excellent pusher by himself, so I begin to push bottom by myself. Which is always good if you see your team pushing one area. It's good to push the other, which you can easily do by yourself. And then if somebody comes, just harass them. And then if another person comes, make sure you run. Even though I had the runaway pushing bottom, top is still pushing. And I was able to get 2 people bottom. Make sure you use your ult to help your team kill all the minions off. And then as you can see, they pick up the turret because of it. And then start pushing somewhere else while they're pushing. If your team absolutely needs help though, by all means help them. But when your team can do things by themselves, make sure that you kill with them. Like as you see, I used my Q and picked up that kill off the team fight, the small team fight anyway. And then I went back up top and started pushing. Like I said, I made this guide to help you guys out a bit. And then I, picked up the kill. I almost died there, but it's alright. And then as Maokai comes, use your E and run off. Usually, I will buy my Life Scepter first, but I had enough money to buy a Phantom Dancer and a Life Scepter. So if you can buy both at the same time, that's great. But if not, buy your Life Scepter first. And then go back up top wherever you want to go. As you can see, my crit chance is around like 80-90% now, and I crit almost every time, killing minions in one hit. This is when you can take on about 2 people by yourself, especially if you got a Bloodthirster or a Black Cleaver as well. I drop your ult to help the team. Got a double kill off my ult, helping team right there. It actually, your ult can change the team fight, as they were losing, and then when you drop your ult, it does a lot of damage. And so yeah, they surrendered afterwards because of that. And